Hey everybody, this is Dark Side Ali here, and this is one other video that I wanted to do. It's talking about the Crisis on Infinite Earths and what people are complaining about. And all right, this is gonna be one of my long videos. Hopefully, it's not gonna be too long because I don't want to go into a huge tirade. No, I want to go into a huge tirade. I want to rant. I think that a lot of people are really undercutting certain things in this. I think that people were expecting it to be like this happy story, like in game, and they don't realize that there were a lot of things they did in there, a lot of nuggets they put in there, not as part of the story. They were doing also this to be a teaching lesson for each and every one of these heroes. Now I want to get into it. Now, one thing was the whole Kate Kane thing with Bruce. And this was quite possibly one of the best scenes that actually we all wanted for Kate's character. Now, I watched just a little bit of Batwoman, and even the reviews through Heels versus Babyface, Jay Longbone, and Thrice Unlimited, and just hearing some of the things about it, even on social media, that Batwoman is written as shit. Okay, I'm sorry, there's gonna be some language on this, but it's written like shit. And I said that even on my part two Paragons of Crisis, and even in Earth, the part three Death of the Flash. They write Kate like a complete bitch, and then we're supposed to gather around this whole thing where she's the only person she's nice around is Kara. For what fucking reason? Why is Kara nice to Kate, but she's it makes absolutely no sense. This woman is talking to people that she's worked with, she's fought for, and they're nice people, and she's talking to them like they're pieces of shit. While she's treating while Kara's treating her like, hey, we're buddies. This this is such a huge SJW bullshit that it just really earmarks the reasoning why Supergirl is written in the toilet right now. Why Batwoman is written in the toilet right now. Why no one wants the Green Arrow and the Canaries. This whole now it's going to be Mia Smoke as the as the Green Arrow, and now you have the future Black Canary and the Earth 2 Laurel Black Canary in this spinoff, and now they want to do another spinoff. That show is going to be trash. And I love Katie Cassidy. I love Katie Cassidy as Black Canary. But this is the worst thing they could ever do. Because if they were not capable of treating Earth 2 Laurel this great, what the hell would they do with this whole situation? This is something that a lot of us have been bitching and complaining about ever since they butt fucked Laurel out of Katie Cassidy's Earth 1 Laurel. We all wanted her to become the Black Canary. They never gave her an appropriate arc. The only time she became the Black Canary is because the death of her sister, and then she became the Black Canary. What the fuck? In my personal opinion, I said numerous times you should have just killed Quentin. Paul Blackthorne's character should have been dead in season one. And he's a great actor. He is. He's a great actor, but they wasted him. They wasted him for almost 2 seasons. He was just there as a plot point. It made no fucking sense. You should honestly, or one person said you should have just killed him instead of her against Damien Dark. He should have died, and that should have propelled her to become a better hero, a much better hero. But you didn't. All because you want to serve some bullshit bullshit narrative. It makes no sense. I'm sick and tired of it. That's why I am holding my breath on this Green Arrow and the Canaries. It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail because Beth Schwartz and Wendy Miracle and most of the writers on Arrow, they don't know how to write strong women. They don't. They have to turn them into bitches. They got to turn them into hardcore, hard-grown Negroes. Like they gotta be hard, like they've been in prison to make them strong. No, no, that's not how you make a strong character. Listen, Susanna Thompson, which who played Mora Queen, she was one of the grade A bitches of a few seasons. She paid off a lot of people. She knew about Isabel Rochev, screwed her career up. She knew about a lot of things going on. She was screwing around her husband's back. She was doing all this stuff. But the thing is, at the very apex, when she finally was gonna go for mayor, and then she started to open herself up to her son. She started to tell her son, like, listen, I did a lot of bad things. I really did. There's some I'm very, very regretful for, and there's others I am not regretful for. But you got to realize something. I'm a parent, and my job as a parent is to make sure that my children are safe. When you get a child, you will understand. And that made me go, dude, she's dope. That's a strong woman. Listen, dude, you can hate me all you want. And that was the whole point of her character. You can hate Maura Queen all you want, but you got to realize that she did all this for her kids. And that is proven. She's not selfish. She isn't selfish. If she was selfish, she would have ran for the hills and disappeared when all this stuff happened about the undertaking. She never did. She accepted the responsibility. She accepted everything. Everything. She ratted out Malcolm Merlin, a very powerful man himself, and ratted him out. She ratted out some of the most powerful families in Starling City at the time. Ratted them all out. And she gave no craps. That's a strong woman. And she said, no, I did it for my kids. I didn't do it for myself. You guys can put me in front of a firing squad. You can put me in jail for the rest of my life. That's fine. But I did it all for my kids. And I'm like, wow. She paid Samantha to go away with William because she felt that at the moment Oliver found out he was a kid, he had a son, his whole life is ruined. She knew it. She's like, his whole life is ruined. Somebody can say, well, how would she know that? She does. She knows her son better than anybody. She does. She's flat out stated. She knew. The only thing in season 1, in season 2, before she died, about a few episodes, no, I think that episode when she died, and Oliver went to her and tried to talk to her, she told him, I know you were the guy. You were the arrow. You're the hood. He's like, what? He goes, no. He goes, no, baby, I know it's you. I know my children. Something happened to you on that island and you changed. And she said that it changed you to the better. You're doing everything you can to save this city. And I'm like, dude, that they wrote her very, very well. She is not a stuck-up woman. She basically knew what she wanted. Yes, she's strong. She's stubborn. She's arrogant. Yes, she is that. But the thing is, you cannot take away from her and say that she did not care about her kids. She did everything for her kids. She said no. She even told Deathstroke, don't kill my daughter. Do not kill my son. If you're going to kill me, kill me. That's how this story was going to end in the first place. And he stated, if you had anywhere half the type of dignity that this woman had, Shadow would be alive. He basically told him that, like, are you kidding me? She was willing to look death in the face and say, screw it, kill me. Just leave my children alone. And I was like, wow, that was a powerful written scene. And what I couldn't understand is, what I couldn't understand is that people just did not understand what the heck was going on. And this whole thing is, characters are written a certain way for an arc. But what was the end game of this arc? And for you to do that to Black Canary, to Earth One Laurel, and say, well, her story ended. What? Dude, what the hell are you talking about? She's been around, her character, the Black Canary itself, not just Laurel, not just Dinah Laurel Lance, but just the Black Canary character itself has been around as long as Wonder Woman. I think she was created back in the 1950s. What? I think I said this in a video a while back. I said, what? That makes absolutely no sense. You just did not want to do this character justice. You didn't. People like the Sarah Lance version. So you dangle that carrot and said, oh, she's the new Black Canary. No, she's not the new Black Canary. Get the hell out of here. That's why I had a huge hatred for Mark Guggenheim. The guy was a complete dunce. He didn't know the hell he was doing. He didn't. Now, let's get to what's going on with Kate. Kate's character is a complete bitch. Okay, she is. Her only defining feature is the fact that she's the cousin of Bruce Wayne. That's it. There is nothing about her that's redeemable. She allowed her sister to get away. Her sister killed more people. She basically lambasted Luke Fox, almost emasculated him to the point where basically he's a soy boy. You take your cousin's stuff and say that you're going to reaffirm it and make it better. How? What? And then on top of that, instead of going after criminals, beating up criminals and bringing them to justice, you just beat the crap out of criminals and let the main bad guy get away. So there's nothing redeemable about this character. She's written piss poor. And I hate to say the word piss poor so much, but she's written like shit. And now you have her going down this weird path that eventually she's going to go become dark. And no one's counting on this. My whole thing is I wanted to see her cousin come in and basically tell her, what the hell are you doing? You're ruining the legacy of Batman. She is. She's ruining the legacy of Batman. Luke doesn't know jack squat about it. His dad is dead. You kill Lucius Fox. So her character was written a certain way. Now she's meeting her cousin. She's meeting Bruce, who is down that same path. He doesn't care. He's tired. He's weathered. He's beaten. He doesn't care anymore. He's looking at the losses and it's too much for him. So what does he do? He kills them. He gets rid of them. He doesn't care. And this is the funniest part in the world. Do not call yourself a Batman fan if you're looking at this and going, that's not Batman. You ruined Batman. Huh? No, they didn't. They gave you one aspect to who he is. Listen, I don't like what they did to Batman in The Dark Knight. They made him a complete tool. But I can appreciate it. I don't like it, but I can appreciate it. It's a different aspect of Bruce Wayne. He's more broken. He's not as committed to himself being Batman than any other version. He's not as committed. That's the way the story was written. He was never that committed to being Batman. The amount of losses outweighed everything to him, and he just couldn't do it anymore. That's what his whole story was in Dark Knight. In The Dark Knight, he thought he can do it. The Joker pushed him so hard the Joker pushed him so over the edge. He just kept falling. He just kept falling. Rachel's death, the death of Harvey Dent, his fall to becoming Two-Face, the murders, everything that Joker ever did, the ruination of Batman's name. Dude, what the hell? There was a lot. I understood that. I completely understood that. I may have not liked it, but I understood it. But I'm not going to go to Christopher Nolan and say, dude, you effed up Batman. No, I didn't. No, he didn't. He gave us an aspect. And I say this to every one of them. You guys can show this video to them and say, hey, this guy might make some level of, I don't know, he brings some good points. What makes what they did to Kevin Conroy's Batman where they ruined him? No. How about the fact that they made Batman just give up on his city because of the death of his cousins, the death of his cousin, or the fact that he tied down the car using one gadget and walked away. To me, that's not Batman. And I'll say that right there, they ruined Batman until we get an explanation from Bruce himself of why he did it. Why did he walk away? Why didn't he go in and just try to save them? But we never got that. The only thing we got from that whole situation was Luke telling Kate and the audience that it when with what happened to Beth and her mother, it screwed Bruce up because he thought that he did it right, and he went nerve wracked over it, and it pushed him to the point where he just couldn't do it anymore. So okay, but that's coming from another person. That's not Bruce's. That's not in Bruce's head. It really isn't. I want to hear from Bruce Wayne. I want to hear from that version of Bruce. Why did he just give up on his city? That's it. That's all I want to know. And I will say, okay, well, I may not like it, but I can appreciate what they were doing. Here, I can't appreciate it because I'm getting secondhand information. I'm just getting Luke that he's seeing him, and Bruce is just being. We don't know how he was being. Bruce could be just staring at evidence all day and going through everything, and it might for someone else to say that, oh, he was nerve wracked. How do we know that? That's not firsthand information. We don't know what happened to Alfred. We don't know what happened to anybody. We're just getting information from Luke. I want information from someone else. I want information from Bruce. Why did he do what he did? Now, we understand why Kevin Conroy's Bruce did what he did. We can understand it. He said the death of Kate, Kate's death at the hand of these criminals, it's what slowly eroded him to becoming down this dark path. He killed Superman because Superman got in his way. That's it. That's him. That's what he says. He says literally there is no hope in this universe. The amount of criminals that keep getting in and out of jail, he's not sick or tired of it. Kate's death is what sent him down the spiraling path. What I find extremely funny here is then nobody can watch the Death of Jason Todd movie. They can't watch it because that's what happened to Bruce. The death of Jason Todd is what sent Bruce down this path to want to kill the Joker. He didn't care after that. He was like, nope, Joker gotta go. He's gotta die. You can't say, no, that's not Batman. Get the hell out of here. It is Batman. He just watched his sidekick die. He just watched his sidekick die. He couldn't save him. He's not emotionless. Wonder Woman would get livid. Superman would get completely depressed. Batman would get angry. He would get furious. Because he's just a man. He's just a man in a suit. He doesn't have super speed. He's not invulnerable. He's not fireproof. He can't just do whatever the heck he wants. He has a limit. Superman cannot play God. Wonder Woman cannot play God. She's not there for that. That's not what her role is. She's supposed to protect and educate man's world. So I appreciate what they did with Kevin Conroy's version. The only thing I didn't like was how, okay, he punched Supergirl with an exosuit, knocked her flat on her ass without using kryptonite, and then the moment he's about to pull out kryptonite, Kate walks over and holds his arm in place. I'm like, what? She's not that strong. So you're telling me she's stronger than Batman in an exosuit? Bruce Wayne, a highly trained individual. Sorry if you heard that. Hold on. That's what I don't like. Those are small things. But his character makes sense. He lost hope. He personally lost hope because he believed there was no true hope in this universe. And then you had Kara that says, "Well, you did kill Hope. It was Superman." We don't know nothing about this version of Superman. We know nothing about this version of Superman. He could be a guy that basically saw all this happen and went, "Well, that's just the way there's nothing I can do about it." He could have shrugged it off. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. Until he started killing people, he went, "Okay, well, I got to do something about it." Wait a minute. You didn't go to him and try to talk to him as a best friend or nothing? We don't know that. We know nothing of this universe. And you guys as YouTubers are sitting here screaming out that they fucked up Batman. Again. A dark Batman. Oh my God. Why? We are never going to get Batman on the small screen. We're never going to get it. They're not going to do it. Kevin Conroy is the closest we're ever going to get to Batman on the screen. And then, of course, David Mazouz. He was that version was the closest we ever got to Batman. All we had to do was see him in action. That'd been Batman, but we didn't get that because WB does not want to put him on the small screen. They don't want to do it. They want to put him on the big screen and make the big money. That's a business decision. You got to grow up a little bit. Hold back and understand. Think logically. But no one wants to do that. They want to lash out with anger. It's like, wait a minute. If you got a corporation, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, constantly doing what fans want to do, they're never going to make money. They're not. They can only hear and go, eh. And I understand why. And it's fine. It's okay. But this is our first time ever in 30 years we are finally going to see casual audience fans do not know what Kevin Conroy looks like. They don't know what he looks like. They're like, that's the guy that voiced Batman back in the day? Are you kidding me? He looks scrawny as hell. I guarantee you. A lot of them don't know that. Unless, they saw not the videos, but they saw the pictures in the media were sitting there saying, Kevin Conroy is Batman, playing as Batman. They're like, this the guy that played Batman? Okay. A good amount of them don't know who Kevin Conroy is. A good amount of them don't know that Kevin Conroy is a Juilliard trained actor. He is one of the best actors you're ever going to get. And in my honest opinion, he played that role perfectly. He played that role almost to the vein of Ben Affleck's. He was weathered. He was beaten. He was on his last rope. He didn't care. And that line, you can only make the world make sense if you force it to. I'm like, wow, that was beautifully done. I was like, that's a applaud to Zack Snyder. And I have a huge suspicion that is why a lot of them don't like it. Because they don't like the dark Batman. He's a murderer. Really? Batman, the first Batman movie, he killed the Joker. He killed him. Second movie, he killed most of the clowns. He blew one up, and he basically allowed the Penguin to die. The third movie, he blew up every single car he ever had. Two-Face and Riddler had, and then he threw up coins and allowed Two-Face to fall to his death. No, he's not a murderer. Yeah, he's a murderer. 3 movies he murdered people in the 90s. 3. Batman and Robin is the only one because it was so cartoony. He didn't kill anybody. It was all we had to see was Bamf, Umph, and Goof. Ooh. That's all we had to see in Batman and Robin. It was that Adam West level. And again, I am not disrespecting Adam West and what Burt Ward and Adam West did. I'm not. I'm just saying that is how kiddie and how bad it was. You can love Adam West Batman. I grew up on the Adam West stuff. I watched the Adam West stuff. I can appreciate it, but I don't have to like it. I don't. I think Batman is supposed to be representation of fear and rage and anger. He wants to hurt these people because these are bad guys. These bad guys want to hurt people. And he's the line to make sure that they don't hurt people. Best way to hurt the people that want to hurt people, is to hurt them. But he's only a man. He can break. He can easily break. And I think a lot of people don't know anything that Batman can become a murderer. It upsets them. It just goes, you're ruining my childhood. Well, no, they're not. They're just opening your eyes. They're making you grow up a little bit. Because Batman can kill. Batman can kill. Man, this is our first time seeing Kevin Conroy on live action playing Batman, and people are bitching about it. Bitching that they screwed up Batman. Kevin Conroy sucks. What? Dude, I appreciated that version. And also, it played as story tense. It's a story plot point. She is looking into the mirror. This is the Cave of Bagada. This is what it is. Kate just killed her cousin, and he's sitting there telling her there is no hope. No hope in this universe. She just looked at her cousin, and she knows from her own storyline, from her own show, Bruce walked away from Gotham because he couldn't take what happened to her sister and her mother. He couldn't take it. He quit. So basically, he was almost at that point to become just like this version of Bruce. He could have stayed being Batman and just kept it and kept the amount of losses. Listen, I can be angry over the fact that that's what they did with Batman, but like I said, I want to see from Batman's own words why he did what he did. Why did he walk away from the car? Why did he just wrap it up with tension wire? That makes no sense to who Batman is. He's very meticulous. He said that it should never have fell. It should never have fell. So it's like, okay, well, why did you walk away? You should have literally got him out of the car just as a precaution. Hey, that car could still fall. Okay, let me get him out of there. He didn't do that. Like I said, it doesn't truly make sense. So again, I just want to hear from his voice, from his own mouth, not from Luke, not from anybody else, from Bruce. Why? And also, like I said, it's a story point for Kate. Kate's going to go down that same path. That same path as this version of Bruce. The amount of losses she's going to get is going to be so much she will not be able to take it. And she's going to start to kill these criminals. Go, I don't care. She's going to kill them. She's already demonstrating that on her own show. Heels versus Babyface is saying it. The Rise Unlimited is saying that. Jay Longbone is saying it. A lot of people are saying this. And they're giving you a story where this Bruce is down that same path. It's a warning. Hey, go the other way. Become a symbol. Not an inspiration. Not an inspiration of fear. Become a symbol of fear. That if you go down this path, it's going to destroy you. It's going to kill you. There's a lot of things they can write there. That was the whole point of that whole scene. But no one got it. No one. If they say, well, I'm just trying to make a video. No, don't make a video like that. Say what the hell the scene was supposed to be, and then add into the scene, and then add into the later portion, like, hey, okay, this is what I liked or disliked. Fine. But at least give your audience an understanding of what the scene is supposed to be. The scene is not supposed to show to you, we got a dark Batman. No. That's not what the scene is. The scene is a cautionary scene. It's supposed to tell you that eventually Kate's going to go down that same path. And if she meets Kara, she will kill Kara. She will say, Kara, you're in my way. Kara says, no, I'm trying to help you. No, you're in my way. Get out of the way. I can't allow you to do this. Okay. Ching. She'll pull out that freaking kryptonite and weaken Kara and get her out of the way. And if Kara tries to come and stop her, she will use it to kill her. That's just the way it is. But they won't do that now because she now knows it. She now understands, oh my God, I will become just like Bruce. I can't do that. That's why she's upset half the time when you see her in the scenes. Every time when Kara starts talking about that she wants to do this and we'll do this, she's sitting there going, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. That's not a symbol of hope. That's a symbol of fear. You're being a paragon of fear. You're too afraid. It's like, dude, be hopeful. We're gonna win, and once we win, we'll figure it all out afterwards. But Kara's not acting that way. Kara says, no, I want to do this now. Now. And then she basically told her, if you die, we're screwed. There is no guarantee that this is gonna work. You don't have a guarantee. You don't even know the percent chance that you could be able to make at least one of the planets come back. You don't know anything. And to me, that I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense to why Kate would say it. I don't like she said it, but it makes sense why to the context. Now the next one is about Tom Welling, and I think it was the greatest scene. This is the second best scene they ever did. The death of the Flash, the death of the '90s Flash. I still feel it in my heart. That was one of the best ways to book in his storyline. But man, I am telling you, the Tom Welling scene was the greatest scene out of this whole crisis. It showed how badass Tom Welling's Clark Kent was. Because just like his dad, he will sock some dude's head off if the dude gets in his way. He'll punch him. If he doesn't have powers, okay, he'll just, with powers, he'll walk away because he knows he'll hurt him. But without powers, he's strong as hell. Dude, he looked yoked. He looked like the classic brawny dude. He looked like the brawny lumberjack. Are you kidding me? He looked like Superman. He was jacked. Tom Welling was awesome in that freaking scene. Yeah, I will say, damn yeah. He laughed at John Cryer's Lex. I'm Lex Luthor, your mortal nemesis. No, you're not. He's like, you're not Lex. He laughed at him. He laughed at him. He laughed at him. Laughed. That shows how bad John Cryer was as Lex. To the point where he could not even convince this version of Superman. He couldn't even convince him. Like, I'm your mortal enemy. He's like, no, you're not. Walked away. He pulled out kryptonite, and the dude looked at it with, yeah, that's really nice. Throw it away. Did nothing to him. Nothing. Are you kidding me? That was the greatest thing they did in this whole thing. Next to the death of the Flash. I'm sorry, the death of the Flash was the greatest bookend. I cannot wait to see what they do for Brandon Routh's bookend. I want to see how they do that. That's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. Because they said it that this is going to be the bookend to Christopher Reeve Superman's story. And what I think is going to this is what I think is going to happen. This is going to be my headcanon. I think that they're going to give him back the ability to go to a different reality, and that's where all of his friends, everybody is still alive, and he goes there. They're giving him back his hope, his whole family again. They're gonna give it all back to him. Where you can see Lois, you can see Jimmy and Perry, all of them are still alive. So I have no complaints. I cannot wait to see that. That's gonna be awesome. And it's gonna be at the moment of where everybody's gonna think their goodbyes. So we got to see how this ends. But Tom Welling was awesome, and the whole scene, Death of the Flash, was awesome. I cannot wait to see that. And now we don't know if the Reverse Flash is back, and I think that he is, and I think he's on the side of the Anti-Monitor because he knows point blank that there is no way he could defeat the Flash right now. So the only way to do it is just erase it from existence. You're gonna be Waste 2? No, I won't. Because he's promised me to make me a master in the antimatter universe, and he'll survive because he has the power of the negative speed force, which he could use to make himself an antimatter. So whatever, it doesn't matter. We don't know. Again, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened. I'm just saying that he doesn't care. So we got to see if it's going to be the Tom Cavanaugh version or if it's going to be the Matt Lechner version. Me personally, bring back Matt Lechner. Just bring him back. I have nothing against Tom Cavanaugh, but Tom Cavanaugh already has a role right now. He's playing as Pariah. Unless he disappears and now we're going to get his version of the Reverse Flash, okay. But we got to see. So, the people that are complaining, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. They gave us two of the greatest scenes in this whole Crisis event. This Crisis event is not as good as the previous ones. And that's mainly due to the fact that you start off with Supergirl and Batwoman as your pivotal pieces. Black Lightning and the Flash was great. I'm sorry, they were great. Arrow might be really good, and I think that Legend Tomorrow might just jump the shark and screw everything. Who knows? Because Legend Tomorrow does not deal with a lot of deep rooted seriousness. They're just more of the team aspects that has zany stories. They're not they don't do what the Flash and Arrow do. They don't, or Black Lightning. They're not very serious about their stuff. They jump the shark a lot. And that was the crux of the show. It was a very zany show, but the problem is they did not have a strong villain. They did not have a strong villain. They wasted two great villains that deal with time travel, Vandal and Per Degaton. They got rid of them, which makes absolutely sense. I would have just kept Per Degaton and had him as their main nemesis this whole effing time. He's trying to start the whole World War III, and they're trying to stop him. They can't stop him though, because he keeps unseeking himself from time, and they have to deal with all these new villains, and they're like, what the hell? They can't take him down. So we have to see. So I'm waiting until the very, very end of Crisis to really give my thumb up or thumb down or thumb sideways. And for right now, this is leaning towards this. It's not that good. The death of John Wesley Shipp's Flash and the Tom Welling scene, awesome. They were awesome. Very, very well done. But the rest of it was just. The Black Lightning was phenomenal. We're getting three different aspects of Jennifer, and where I'm thinking we're going to see where Black Lightning is going to go from this point forward. We're going to see a lot of it because Jennifer is going to be very, very powerful. But I think they're going to hem her back just to not overtake Black Lightning himself, because he's the main guy of the whole series. But they're gonna showcase that she is way more powerful than even Gambi thought, and that's going to make more sense. So, I want you guys to share this. I want you guys to share this and show it to these other guys who keep talking about how terrible or they keep talking about, Tom Welling is not inside the suit. This sucks. Why couldn't they have done that? They could bring him back. It's like, no, 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 no. His story is done. His story is done. I don't think he's going to put on the suit. It would make absolutely no sense. His whole character, he never wanted to put on the suit in the first place. He did not want to. That's why they CGI'd him. That's why they CGI'd the suit on him, because he did not want to put on the suit. He did not want to be labeled as Superman. He wanted to be labeled as Clark Kent, Kal-El, not as Superman. And that's his choice. That's his choice as an actor. It is, because the whole story was called Smallville, not Metropolis. It wasn't called the Superman show. It was called Clark Kent. It was supposed to be his story as Clark Kent, leading him to become Superman. So I had no problem with that. And the John Wesley Shipp's death, oh my God, it is the greatest way to end his story. Greatest. And I am very upset people are not talking about that. I see more about people complaining about Tom Welling and the guy from Lucifer. He made an appearance, even though people said that he wasn't going to make that appearance, and he said that, well, I mean, he's contractual. He doesn't have to say jack squat, and I agree with him. He doesn't have to tell anybody anything. They can say, no, don't tell anybody. Okay, it makes sense. And there's a lot of things I don't want CW do, but they're gonna do it anyway, and they're doing it to make individuals like these people who basically don't watch these shows, and they want to try to have an opinion about these shows. You can have an opinion about the shows. You can have an opinion about the episode. That's fine. But don't try to link in that I don't know what the hell's going on. How the hell? I don't know. Well, you got to watch the shows first, bro. Hell, even in most of the stuff in Supergirl, I stated in the first in the part one, the death of Green Arrow. I straight up stated that there's things in there I don't know because I didn't watch the last couple of seasons, like the Dreamer character. All I know is that it's supposed to be a trans character. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care about this character. Not because they're trans, but because it forces me that I have to like this character. No, I don't like the character. The suit is piss poor. The character's powers are weird, which makes absolutely no sense to the scope of the character. I would introduce Doctor Destiny. Doctor Destiny would be awesome, but they wasted that character in Elseworlds, and I'm like, what? No, they should have used Doctor Destiny and Supergirl. That would have been awesome. That the whole season was all in their heads. They were all having a collective nightmare, and it was all due to Doctor Destiny. It's all due to Doctor Destiny. And Dreamer's the only one that has a whoa, something's wrong here. So, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe down below, hit that bell. I'll try to get some more videos out today. There's gonna be a couple of things I want to do, and when I get those done, the next video I'm gonna talk about after I watch the episode is gonna be the Mandalorian, and I'm gonna try to link 5 and 6 all in one and get that out to you guys so you guys can watch it. But man, Crisis is not that good, but it's not like horrendously bad. There's a lot of things that I think that they're doing pretty dang well. Brandon Routh as Christopher Reeve Superman, thumbs up. I think he did a really great job. And but I hate the fact that they cucked Tyler Hoechlin Superman. I hate the fact that they're pushing this whole spin off with Mia and the Black Canaries and the Canaries TV show. Who the hell cares? Here's the thing. It's gonna get a good amount of audience members for a while, but then it's gonna start to peer off and peer off and peer off because they're going to force a lot of SJW stuff in that show because it's gonna be all about women. And it's like, can we get one where some guys are in there and we get some guys being guys? And here's the other thing, and I want you all to think about this for a moment. The reason why Black Lightning is not written the same freaking way as them is because they're in Atlanta. They're on the CW lot for Atlanta. The writing team is mostly black, either all black or mostly black. The showrunner is black. The production company is his company. Is the showrunner's company, and it's all black. That is the reason why, if you really listen to everything they're saying, it makes sense to why they say certain things. It makes sense. There's some stuff I agree with it in there. There's some things I don't agree. And one of the things I really like about it is it feels real. It feels very real. It feels very grounded. Things I don't like is they don't, I'm not saying emphasize, but they don't really give Anissa the courtesy of saying, hey, she is a lesbian, she is a doctor, and it's not forced. This is not pandered. Her character is gay. And on top of it, they basically forced the fact that they introduced Grace, took her out of the equation, brought her back in, and now she's out of the equation again. Why can't she just stay? Stop rocking the boat with their relationship. Just give them the relationship and let's move forward. Stop playing this will they, won't they. Just stick with it and move on. So there are gonna be some things I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian. I want to get this video out so you guys can see how I this next few episodes, and I'll keep up with you as soon as I can. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're getting into Christmas. My day job is very pushy, and I gotta make that money. So you guys have a great one, and see you guys later. Oh man, John Wesley Ships Flash, rest in peace, bro. Thank you. Bye.